Zlatan. Not loved by everyone, maybe even hated by some, but a player impossible to ignore. Because no matter what you think of him, you know his name. This is the story of Zlatan Ibrahimović. Life does not give Zlatan Ibrahimović anything for free. He grows up in Rosengard, a poor neighborhood in Malmö. His parents fled from war. His family falls apart. Stability is hard to find. Football is not a hobby. It is survival. It is his only way out. In 1996, Zlatan is accepted into the youth academy of Malmö FF. He arrives as a street kid, raw, aggressive, defiant, a hothead according to his coaches, but also tall, strong, technically gifted, and completely fearless. Zlatan isn't a normal talent, and people start to notice him. Arsene Wenger wants the 17-year-old Zlatan to go on trial for Arsenal. His answer is legendary. Zlatan doesn't do auditions. Therefore, he moves to Ajax. When Zlatan Ibrahimović arrives in the Netherlands, he immediately collides with reality. Ajax is all about structure, rules, discipline, the collective. For a street footballer like Zlatan, it feels like a cage. The beginning is hard, so hard that during his first season, he seriously considers going back home to Sweden. He misses familiarity, he misses comfort, and for the first time, even Zlatan doubts himself. But then something changes. His first goal for Ajax does not come in a small moment. It comes in the Klassieker against Feyenoord. From that moment on, the Netherlands start to warm up for the tall striker from Sweden. In that same season, Ajax wins the league and lifts the cup. In the final against FC Utrecht, it is Zlatan who scores the golden goal in extra time. Ajax shapes him. After 2 league titles and a cup, it is time to move on. But Zlatan does not leave quietly. In his final weeks, he delivers one last statement. Against NAC Breda, he scores a goal that the world will never forget. A solo, a humiliation. Even the cameraman is beaten. It is that moment Zlatan stops being a talent. He is ready for something bigger. When Zlatan Ibrahimović announces himself at the Euro 2004, Italia already understands. That back heel against Gli Azzurri is no coincidence. It is a warning. Shortly after, he signs for Juventus. A club filled with experience, ego, and winners. With names like Alessandro Del Piero and David Trezeguet. There is no room for patience. If you don't perform, you disappear. But Zlatan performs. He earns a starting place and dominates alongside them in the Serie A. Juventus win the league twice and Zlatan grows into one of the faces of the team. Italia does not break him. Italia shapes him. But then everything collapses. The Calciopoli scandal changes the competition. Titles are stripped away. Juventus are relegated. And Zlatan knows one thing for sure. This is not his final destination. He chooses Inter. And there, he does not just become champion. He becomes decisive. At Inter, everything revolves around Zlatan. He scores when it matters, he takes responsibility, he decides championships. On the final match day of the 2007-2008 season, he scores twice and keeps AS Roma behind. 3 seasons, 3 Scudetti. Not bad, huh? His time at Italia is legendary. When he leaves for Spain, there is no doubt left behind. Zlatan did not survive Italy, he conquered it. When Zlatan Ibrahimović swaps Inter for FC Barcelona, everything seems perfect. The best club in the world, with the best striker of Italia. And the beginning is strong. Zlatan scores in La Liga. He even scores the winning goal in El Clasico. But slowly, admiration turns into frustration. Zlatan is fit, but on the bench. Coach Pep Guardiola chooses a different system. A system Zlatan has to adapt to. He tries, but the trust never comes. Not everyone fits into a system, especially not a player who needs freedom. This doesn't work. Zlatan wants out, back to Italy, back to a place where a team is built around him. AC Milan is waiting. Later, Zlatan calls this one of the most difficult periods of his career. Not with excuses, not with bitterness, but with respect. Respect for the game, for his teammates, and above all, Lionel Messi. FC Barcelona was not a success. It was a failure. After his time in Barcelona, Zlatan Ibrahimović returned to Italy. Not to Inter, to AC Milan. This time, he has nothing left to prove. Zlatan is grown, complete, exactly where he belongs. At Milan, he becomes the center once again. Goals, leadership, responsibility. Not as a talent, but as a man who decides games. And while he is often one of the stars at club level, with his national team, he is something else entirely. With Sweden, everything revolves around one player, Zlatan. In 2012, against England, he shows why. Where others would probably control the ball or play it safe, Zlatan thinks of only one thing, the impossible. He goes for a bicycle kick, from distance, without hesitation. It is more than a goal, it is a signature. Perhaps one of the greatest goals ever scored. Still, something changes. Milan struggles financially, and Zlatan has never stood still for long. He looks for a new project, a new challenge. He finds it in Paris. At Paris Saint-Germain, he is not just signed, he becomes the face of the club. He dominates Ligue 1, breaks records, and shows Europe who PSG really are. After 4 French league titles, it is enough. But once again, the question returns, can he still do it at this level? Zlatan does not hesitate. He goes to England. Manchester is waiting. When Zlatan Ibrahimović arrives at Manchester United, the doubt is loud. Can he still do it? At this level? At his age? Zlatan does not answer with words. He answers with trophies. He scores, he leads, and he helps United win silverware. One thing is clear, Zlatan is not finished yet. But then, disaster strikes. A serious knee injury, for many the end, especially at that age. Not for Zlatan. He trains, he fights, he comes back, but he feels it himself too. The Premier League demands more of his body can give. Still, he refuses to stop. He wants to play. That choice takes him to the major soccer league. At LA Galaxy, he makes an entrance nobody forgets. He comes on with the team behind, sees the goalkeeper too far off his line. No hesitation, from nearly 30 meters, goal. Later, he added the winner. You wanted Zlatan? Here is Zlatan. When he leaves Los Angeles, he only has one thing left to say. Dear LA Galaxy, you're welcome. At 38, he feels it's time for one final chapter. He returns to AC Milan, not as a star, but as a leader. He plays less, but means more. He pushes, directs, and demands. Not always kind, but effective. Young players grow, Milan grows, and it pays off. Zlatan becomes champion with Milan once again, at an age when most players have long since stopped. Shortly after, he brings his career to an end, not because he had nothing left to give, but because he had given everything. At the start, many called him arrogant, too loud, too confident, too different. But Zlatan Ibrahimović was never just arrogant. He was a kid from Rosgard who learned early that nothing is given. That if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. From street footballer in Malmo to titles across Europe. From raw talent to leader. From striker to symbol. Zlatan proved that confidence can be strength, that personality can be power, and that the greatness is not only winning, but about leaving something behind. When the goals fade, his mentality remains. That was not the story of a perfect footballer. It was the story of a unique one. This was Zlatan.
Zlatan!